guys, it is 2 Pro or Adam, and types of players is always a fun video. And today I thought we'll go over 10 types of players that we all hate playing with here in BO4 Zombies. So on our previous Zombies sound quiz, you guys really went in on the comments. We had almost 1,000 comments on that video. So the correct answer was the ABR. A lot of you got it right, but a lot of you also got this wrong. The weapon sounds are always tricky. So now let's go ahead and jump into today's sound quiz. And no, it will not be a weapon sound this time. Along with commenting what you think that sound is right there, comment one type of player you guys absolutely hate playing with here in BO4 Zombies. Of course, if you're new here, hit that sub button. If you are sub, make sure you have notifications turned on. And besides that, let's go ahead and jump into the first of 10 types of players that I hate playing with here in Black Ops 4 Zombies. In the 10 spot, I want to start off with the type of player that I think makes up the majority of the casual zombie player base in Black Ops 4 Zombies, and that is the impatient player. If you're somebody who plays a lot of multiplayer, for example, coming into Zombies can be kind of tough because multiplayer are, 10 minutes, sometimes less, quick games. Zombies is an entirely different thing because zombie games can last, like an hour is nothing for Zombies. Usually a 2-3 hour game is something you can expect to go through if you're playing till around 30 or 40. So a lot of people who might not be hardcore players are really impatient, not wanting to leave Zombies or just leaving the game because they just don't want to wait. The last thing I would say about impatient players that is really annoying is when they are playing and they down a bunch and you don't revive them that one time, they will leave the match. For somebody who plays a lot of MP and you're a casual Zombies player, remember, this is a long game, not a 10-minute match domination. This game mode takes time and you have to be a little bit more patient. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we have the selfish player, which is probably the most common type of a bad player in Zombies. And I feel like the selfish player is a guy who is playing a match of solo in a co-op game. We've all played those games where we have that one guy who is just kind of there. He's really not helping the team. He's not reviving players. He's not opening doors. He's really only focused on himself, buying his perks, pack-a-punching, and then sitting in some corner of the map. And this is one thing that I don't get. If you're gonna play a game of co-op like that, why not just play solo? Because then it's just you. You don't have to worry about people going down or people stealing your kills. I don't know why people play like this in a game of co-op, right? Co-op Zombies is meant to be a team working together, not a team and then one guy just doing his own thing. Coming in at our number 8 spot, we have one player that personally really gets under my skin. I call this kind of guy the interrupter, the guy who will come to your camping spot or come to your training spot and interrupt the flow you have going on for no reason. It's even more annoying when you're in a spot that might not be the greatest training spot in the world or the best camping spot in the world, and some guy comes out of nowhere and just stays there. I understand if you're running by or if you want to buy a perk or a wall buy in that area, but to go there and just sit there for a long period of time can really mess you up. And it's happened to me so many times here in BO4 where I'm training in one of the temples like Zeus or Odin and some guy comes in there and just sits there. All of a sudden the zombie spawns increase and I end up downing. This is really, really annoying. Coming in at the number 7 spot, we have the Kill Hogger. This is that one guy who is in the starting room going from window to window and just killing all the zombies, or even more annoying, spamming nades in your window on like round 1 or 2 and trying to get as many kills as he possibly can. This is truly one of the worst kinds of players to play with in Zombies because even though they're getting more kills by throwing nades in your window or shooting their pistol on round 1, most of the time they're not even getting more points points because they're throwing nades and you're over there knifing, getting headshots, and they're kind of just stealing those kills and not even benefiting from it. Coming in at our number 6 spot, I don't have a name for this kind of player, but this revolves around power-ups and picking up power-ups. You guys know when you get a insta-kill or 8-0 points at the end of a round, why would you want to pick that up if it just dropped and the round is changing? You have that one guy who comes out of nowhere and grabs that double points and wastes like half of it because obviously the round is changing and new zombies are spawning in, or grabbing a nuke on around 2 or 3 when you clearly don't need a nuke, or picking up a full special weapon charge when their weapon is already charged up. These kinds of players don't really think, they just see something shiny and grab it. In our number 5 spot, I have the AFKers. I featured this type of player in a video I did like a couple months ago going over 15 types of players in BO4, and this is hands down one of the most frustrating kinds of players to play with, and there are 2 things that these kinds of players do all the time that is so annoying. For those of you who play a lot of BO4 zombies, like online pub matches, one thing you will experience all the time is people joining a lobby or you joining a lobby and people do not ready up. There are so many times where I have my own lobby, I'm that host of that lobby, people join me and they don't ready up. They just literally search and then they just leave their console. I don't know what's going on. Or you do manage to get into a game and then they just sit there for like 10 rounds taking down after down and then they just leave the game. It's so annoying. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have that kind of player who has an excuse or who complains about everything that goes wrong in a game of zombies. And usually we have that one friend, that one buddy we play with all the time, and he always tends to complain about things that go wrong. So having a down or not having a certain gun or having a certain perk, he always has an excuse when he does something bad in game. I feel like these kinds of players are people who think they're really good at zombies, or they are trying to prove that they're really good at zombies, but they're just average or aren't really all that good. I'm sure for those of you who play with friends a lot, there's that one guy who comes to mind right away, the guy who doesn't have the right gun in that game, that's why he has 20 downs, or he isn't training in the spot he usually does, so that's why he's downed so much. It's kind of funny, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have the players who spam monkey bombs way too much. Now, when I say monkey bombs, I of course mean the IX Voyage and Dead of the Night monkey bombs, because the monkeys on Classified and Blood of the Dead aren't really all that effective, but the monkeys on the Chaos maps are really good. Also, they are really rare, and one thing I always run into when I'm playing with randoms is somebody will grab a monkey bomb from the box, and they will use those monkey bombs to kill my zombies. Now, when I say my zombies, I mean, say I'm training in the Zeus Temple on IX, and somebody sees that I'm training there and that I have a lot of zombies there, they'll intentionally throw a monkey bomb in my area to get the kills that I would have normally gotten. And this is something that you can also do with normal monkeys. I remember this from like BO2 and BO1 and how frustrating it was. But man, like if you're gonna have monkey bombs, use it in your area when somebody goes down, but to use it to steal my kills is so annoying. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the trolls. And of course, this has to be on this list because who likes playing with trolls in zombies? An MP, that's one thing, but in a game of zombies where you're stuck with this guy for like an hour plus, it can be really, really annoying. And the things trolls do is turn on traps to kill you, or like, for example, on Blood of the Dead, you have the gondola. Just before you get there, the troll will buy it and leave you behind. Little things like that in zombies can be really annoying because you might not have points to get somewhere, you might have gotten your perks, and they down you for no reason. Coming in at our number 1 spot, this is kind of a tough one to explain, and maybe I'm completely wrong with this, and maybe it's just me. Let me guys know in the comments below if you feel the same way about this kind of player, and that is the guy who spams a ton of elixirs, and this is the guy who also spends a ton of money on elixirs. Now, I don't care if you're in my game and spamming insta-kills and max ammos because that helps me, but at the same time, I don't like it for some reason. I think it's because I'm just jealous the guy has, 30k points on round, 5, and I'm here with like 2k points. But yeah, it's kind of a tough one to explain. I just feel like we all don't like that guy who just goes all out with elixirs. So there it is, guys. 10 types of the worst players to play with here in Black Ops 4. As long as you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe for a ton of BO4 Zombies content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.